DVC news. So the artist's rendering of the cabins at Fort Wilderness came out recently, and some of the art looks a little bit better than it did initially when it first came out. But I heard someone on another channel refer to these as shipping containers, which I thought was kind of funny because the exterior does kind of look like a shipping container. But one of the things that I'm curious about is that there is no news in there about washers and dryers. So I'm just curious to find out whether or not there's going to be a washer and dryer, because typically in most DVC accommodations there's always a washer and dryer. But I don't know if you've seen anything on that or not.
No, I read the articles that I have read so far, and they've broken down into between DVC, a couple other popular outlets. They said the same thing, that there's no, how would you put it? There's nothing noted of a washer and dryer. Which, if you're a DVC person, to me, that's kind of it's not a deal breaker, but it's, when you're staying in a cabin, it's not like a studio per se. So I would definitely want my own washer and dryer if I was staying in a new deluxe cabin. It does sleep 6. It's only 1 bedroom. The 1 bedroom has 1 queen bed. And if you see the artist rendering, it has 2 twin beds next to it. And then in the living room, you have the And then in the living room, you have the pull down Murphy bed. And, so it does sleep 6, which is good. I got to be honest with you.
By the way.
With no privacy. No privacy. Even in your own bedroom, you got to share it with bunk beds. So the kids are coming with you. So, now, this is the first time we have seen anything of the interior. I am not overly in love with the exterior. I don't hate it, but I think it could take time to warm up on me. The interior, I got to be honest with you, Walt. I don't know what you think. I kind of like it, and people to Fort Wilderness probably want to come beat me up right now, but I kind of like it with the artist rendering. I know it's gotten some flack. Maybe it's a little too modern. Some modern, because I've never stayed in it, but I have seen videos and I have seen pictures of the current Fort Wilderness cabins, and it's very wilderness. It has that wood. It looks like a cabin. So while it is completely different, I don't mind it. So if my opinion, just by looking at it, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that picture, it looks like a nice room, but I'm not an expert on design by any means. But if you're, as you just referenced about what a cabin should look like,
yeah, that's not it.
That's not it. It doesn't look anything like a cabin.
No.
If that were a room somewhere else, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's a pretty cool looking room. The decor's a little bit different, like you said, very modern looking. Yep. But nothing about that says wilderness. Nothing about that says it's a cabin.
Yep.
And again,
I agree with you there.
It seems like for some reason, I don't know why they, again, I'm not a fan of camping, so I'm not going to bash it. But the exterior of the building itself doesn't look anything like a cabin.
No, I agree with you.
I mean, it looks like like part of a space station or something. I mean, I don't know. It's a weird design. It doesn't really seem like it belongs out in the woods. It doesn't.
I agree with you.
It doesn't feel very homely or when you look at that, you're like, oh wow, I really want to stay there. It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't give you that feel. But I think the sticking point for people in that particular resort is going to be that the cabins were removed for that, and I think that's where you're going to run into problems, because a lot of the people who love that resort, as you and I have found out has a huge following,
It does.
and now they feel like you guys are infiltrating their their favorite place. You know, I mean, because think about it. I mean, DVC basically just came in there and said, "Up, we're taking over. Yeah, everybody out."
Bingo.
You know, so you know, again, it's going to be interesting to see the if there's any kind of blowback from this. You know, as far as what people, you know, if people are going to stay there, and the acceptance of it from the DVC side is going to be interesting as well.
It's going to be interesting. And the opening, they're still projected to open in the summer of 2024, which is not that far away. I mean, we're only a couple weeks out from the new year, so you're talking, you know, summer could bring as far as September. So we'll see.
Yeah, but these are already pre-made,
and there's still
right?
no date yet for when it's going to open. Yes, I believe they're pre-made. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just dropping them in that area.
Yep.
Because as you know, Disney Construction,
but no direct sales yet.
Yeah, I mean,
no direct sales yet, which is a little shocking. Right before the holidays, you figure get it out, let people start buying.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That might be a sign that there might be a delay on that. Maybe you might be looking at late summer, early fall.
I do have good news though, Walter, which you may like about the new cabins. Would you like to hear them?
Sure, absolutely. Fire away.
Coffee pots. You know what they're going to have? The Keurig Duos.
Nice.
Which will do a pod, or it will do an entire you know, a regular coffee pot, which I'm super stoked about.
That is a nice added feature.
And you know where else they put that feature in with the upgrades? At the Boardwalk Villas.
Nice. And I would bet that you would also see that at the new Polynesian Towers once they're built.
I bet you.
Completed. Yeah.
I bet you. And to top it off, before we move on from Fort Wilderness, if you are a dog lover, select cabins will be dog friendly.
Okay, that's nice too. That's a nice feature. You can bring your pet with you on vacation. Sure, absolutely.
Yep. We're back.
I see you,
Walter. We disappeared.
I thought Bob got you.
Bob Chapek got me. So, folks, we apologize. Walter and I, while recording this, all of a sudden had internet difficulties. All of a sudden, everything just dropped out. Everything went on our screens, went blank. So we are back. We are hoping to finish this show without another outage in our area. That was fun.
Yeah, that was interesting.
In the nearly 2 years of doing this. Yeah, that was very lifelike.
Lifelike being in the Fort Wilderness cabins. You know, your internet just goes out.
So imagine
trying to do your virtual queues in the morning.
Oh God.
And that goes out.
Right now, Walt, I feel like we're on Disney Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah, it does. It's very similar to it, actually.
Bob's like, you're gonna trash talk.
I gotta look out my window because I think I see Bob Iger up on the pole.
These guys don't like the cabin. Shut them down. So, everybody, again, we apologize. We hope you're laughing as much as we are. It's weird. We were in good conversation, and the screen just went blank. And then trying to log back in was an issue. We're finally back up and running. So we hope you enjoy. Hey, you know what? We're in Festivus right now. Damn you, Bob Iger. So I guess now we have to remember where we left off. Oh, that's right. We were wrapping up the cabins at Fort Wilderness Lodge. Walter, one of the last things I have for you: select cabins will be dog friendly. So that's a plus.
It's a plus. It's nice that you can bring your pets on vacation. It's always nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure, people will appreciate that. And, it's now, did they ever have that feature before at other resorts? I thought they did.
I think they did because pre-plague, Beth and I were staying. It might have been a trip that we actually became DVC members. We were staying at Port Orleans, Riverside. And we were leaving one morning to go to the parks, and people were out walking their dogs like, I guess you want to call it the courtyard. So there was people that had their dogs out there, and I was like, wow. I was like, I guess you could bring your dogs. And they said, yes, select rooms were for pet owners.
Oh, that's nice though. Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if they still institute that in those other resorts, but I don't know.
Yeah, got to look into that because that's actually a nice add-on feature for people when they're on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.